Welcome to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm going to be continuing making the Skyloft map in this game, and today we will be doing some path layout and some bridge building, basically. And inclines too. We need some inclines. Anyway, I'm going to first start off by going and showing off the designs that I have picked by the creators that I have found. I tried making my own paths. They turned out ass. So I decided that I would just simply look up some similar designs on the design portal, and I have found some that are pretty okay. They're pretty close. You'll see. Oh yes, as a side note, I did make a stamina fruit design. It turns out okay. It's not terrible. The stamina fruit, but the other designs, this was my path design, and it sucked. Like, yeah, we're just gonna go with the design path. Okay. All right, design number 1. This one I'm going to be using for the area with the Tower of Light, the whole like main flight deck kind of thing, and the shopping area and the goddess statue. So this one will have minimal use, which is why I'm okay with using just a repeating pattern that can be overlaid on top of a regular path in game, so that I could just round off the corners and things like that. Alright, so for my other 2 patterns that I'm going to use, I'm actually going to use the dirt path here from Lori, and I'm also going to use the sandstone brick or stone path, I guess. So yeah, I was looking for a stone path that had all the pieces, like corners and up pieces and down pieces and center pieces and whatever, and it had to have like a warm color to it, not a gray stone, which was actually kind of hard for me to find. This one doesn't really have any green in it, but I'm willing to put that aside for the sake of Skyloft. This one is the closest that I could find without tearing my hair out for making my own path. So I will be going with this one and that dirt path up above, and I will get back to you as soon as I have them all downloaded. Alright, I have all of my patterns downloaded and ready to go, so I'm going to start a time lapse of me just laying down a bunch of paths. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you after I'm done. Okay. Whenever that wants to start. Okay, good. And it just started. Hey, so first we're going to do a time lapse of the pathing and then move on to the building moving and incline and bridge building aspect of it. These time lapses took a while to do. This whole thing probably took about 5 hours, so I'm sorry if this sped up a bit too much, but I think this is the sweet spot without making the video run an extra long time to just show me running around and putting down patterns and moving houses. And saving and quitting and moving more houses and all that fun stuff. So, while I have you here and while you're watching the time lapse, I figured I may as well just kind of delve into what Animal Crossing is for me. Animal Crossing is one of my favorite games. I will happily say that. I don't know if it is my favorite game, like all-time favorite game. That's, I don't know, maybe split between a couple other games, but it is definitely up there. I'm always happy when people are like, hey, you know, I saw Animal Crossing and I thought of you, so that makes me happy when that happens. But yeah, Animal Crossing I started with Wild World, actually, back in 2008, I think it was. So it was a couple of years after it released, but we never really had a GameCube that we could play, and we never got the GameCube game. So Wild World kind of popped up. My mom got that for me, my brother, just one cartridge so we can share it, because it was like, hey, you can have multiple files on it. So here, have this game. And so my brother and I shared that cartridge back in 2008 for at least a couple months before we lost it. But I loved Wild World. It was a fun game. I loved it. It was great. I don't remember the town fruit. I remember what the town name was, but I won't share that because it's personal information. But I had a lot of fun in it, and then I didn't pop back up on my radar until New Leaf, actually. I kind of skipped over City Folk. We did have a Wii, but we never got City Folk, which is actually kind of surprising because, yeah, I'm not sure why, but we skipped over City Folk anyway. And I was gifted a 3DS and New Leaf for my birthday from my mom, and I love that game. I've got like 5,000 hours in that thing is insane for me. And New Leaf is probably my favorite game in the franchise. I love New Horizons. I love what you can do in New Horizons. I love the fact that you can make an island whatever you want in New Horizons like this. That's amazing. But New Leaf, to me, had the most content for my playstyle, basically. Not saying that I hate New Horizons or I don't like it. I love it too. But New Leaf is my favorite in the franchise and everything like that. Also, side note, Amiibo Festival, I love that game. I know everyone's like, New Horizon, or not Horizon, Amiibo Festival's worst game in the series. I wouldn't say it's the worst game in the series. I'm gonna say it's fun for me, and I actually really enjoy playing it. It's I guess my guilty pleasure for Animal Crossing is I enjoy Amiibo Festival, but it's just I love the mini games and it's so much fun. Anyway, that aside, Animal Crossing has a lot of good memories for me, and it helped me with a lot. Like it helped me with connecting with a lot of people when I was having a rough time in life. Basically, it's kind of like the whole, it's like, well, Animal Crossing was there for me because I couldn't necessarily socialize with a lot of people, and so what everyone went through with the 2020 release of New Horizons was me with Animal Crossing New Leaf, in a sense. It was there when I needed it the most, and so that's why that one really sticks out for me. But I love Animal Crossing and everything about it. I love the spin-off games. I love the games itself. It's just a lot of fun, and if I had to pick a favorite character, I'd probably pick Isabelle. I know it's kind of, like, special character, not villager. My favorite villager is Sherry, by the way, but yeah, Isabelle is probably my favorite, simply because she's cute and was kind of there for me. But I'm going to let this time-lapse play out, and then I will get back when we start doing the building stuff. Hey, it's me again. This time lapse we're gonna be ending shortly, and then hopping over into the building time lapse where we Dr. Topic a lot, save and quit the game a lot, and time travel to build all the bridges, inclines, and move all the buildings. So while I'm doing that, I decided that, well, the first part I'm gonna go to Animal Crossing. This part I'm gonna explain why I'm doing Skyloft. So Skyward Sword is a pretty special game to me. I love the Zelda franchise, have since I was a kid, playing Link to the Past on Super Nintendo and everything like that. But I had this friend in middle school, and she and I loved Zelda. That's what we bonded over. Zelda was the game for us. It was her favorite game of all time, and I'm like, well, hell yeah, there's somebody who will talk to me who's who has a shared interest, so why not? And so we bonded over Zelda a lot, and I remember her being so excited for Skyward Sword when it came out, and I wasn't able to play it when it came out, but I was able to go over to her house, and then she'd play it, and I'd watch, and I'd be thrilled to do that. But we got in this huge argument who was the better villain. It was Ganondorf or Girahim. And to this day, I still think Ganondorf's the better villain, but she was always Team Girahim, so there's that whole thing. But, yeah, Skyward Sword was it's a very core memory for me as sticking out. It's like, this was a good time in a bad time kind of thing. So when this game came out, it was when I had a friend who was there, and it was a good distraction for me, basically. And I do love the story of Skyward Sword. I think it's a great story. I do have my critiques of the game, don't get me wrong. I find it very railroady and very just in a straight linear line kind of thing. Whereas things like Twilight Princess felt a little bit more open. This game felt like it would be, I don't know, it felt, I don't know, it had its moments of it needs to be different, but at the same time, it's just, yeah. But anyway, Zelda is a great game. I love it, and it's a thing that I bonded over with different people with. I mean, my husband loves Ocarina of Time. It's his favorite Zelda game, I think. Well, I think it's tied up there with Link to the Past. I'm not quite sure which one is which is his favorite, but I know he loves it. I know he loves Zelda. He loves Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom too. But Zelda's just one of those games for me that really opened my eyes to the fantasy genre, I guess. Because when I think of like fantasy things that drive me to be a creative person, it's Legend of Zelda and things like Lord of the Rings. But Legend of Zelda was my big kind of, I don't know how to quite describe it, but it was my the thing that kept me going throughout my teenage years, basically. So I would constantly think about Zelda. I would be, it's like creating all these stories in my head, but it was just my kind of escape from being a teenager, if that makes any sense. So I've always wanted to do something with Zelda creatively, and Animal Crossing New Horizons, with its whole island aspect and the terraforming thing, worked perfectly so that I could actually be able to create this. Now, I've actually had other ideas about using Zelda things for creating in games. Like, for example, I've wanted to create Hyrule Castle either from Ocarina of Time or Twilight Princess in Minecraft. I even have a plan for like an island layout plan that I could do for Castletown from Twilight Princess for Animal Crossing New Horizons. But I don't know if I'll ever do that because that would require a lot of castle walls, and I don't know if I could afford that. Those are really expensive, but that would be fun to try. And so it's just, I've always wanted to do something creative with Legend of Zelda because it is such a stick out franchise in my mind and in my life. And so things like this have been just, it's been what I've wanted to do for a long time, and being able to express my passion for Zelda creatively has been a great amount of fun. And I hope it translates well, but Zelda is kind of just what I love. And I mean, I love doing things like this where you create stuff in games or other platforms or mediums from things that you love. And so, I mean, like, I've seen people create, you know, different worlds in Minecraft from Legend of Zelda maps and things like that, which is great. I could not use the tools that they use. It's insane what they do. But this game, this was just the kind of like the perfect opportunity with Animal Crossing New Horizons to be able to build this kind of thing. And I don't know, I might visit the Castle Town idea from Twilight Princess later and do that too. I mean, it's entirely possible that I'd have to figure things out for the walls, but I mean, I'd be up for doing that. But yeah, I just wanted to share my my thoughts on this, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the time lapse. And thanks for listening. Well, I hope you enjoyed the time lapses. I want to say thank you, by the way, from the bottom of my heart for how well the first episode was received. It blew me away. I was not expecting that at all. So thank you, everyone. Just everyone. Thank you for people who have commented on it and liked it and even subscribed from it. That's I was at a loss for words. I did not expect it to do so well. So thank you very much. And I hope you enjoyed this one. So I will see you later, and yeah, have a nice day.